Yeah, and this goes double for Saints Row the Third, by the way, because Sasha Grey needed to be in that game like I needed an additional hole in the fucking head. That was the stupidest freak. She was terrible. She can't act. She can't even act like she's acting. She can't even act like she's reading from a script. Like, she's so bad at acting and so bad at voice acting and so bad at reading. Like, how can you have her in this thing?
Oh man, I really wish that they had one of those things where they're like, all right, Sasha Grey, now we're gonna bring out your 10th grade English teacher, and she comes on like, that bitch couldn't read for a fuck. Every time that I asked her to read out loud, that dumb fucking cunt couldn't get a goddamn fucking word in, and everybody sat there, you know, when you were in school, and somebody, like, the teacher would pick the kid that cannot fucking read for shit, and everybody groaned because she knew it was going to take at least 15 extra fucking minutes to get off page 23 because that fucking ignoramus was reading. Oh, that's lovely. That is fucking great. And I swear the teacher does it on purpose because they're bored. Because I would.
Absolutely.
That's Sasha Grey doing voice acting.
You know, my favorite thing in the world about Sasha Grey is how she had all these mainstream movie roles. Like, she was like in like an Aaron Sorkin movie, and she was like in like movies and shit and whatever, and she was still in porn, right? And that was the big thing. Like, she had made the crossover from porn to legitimate entertainment. Now she's gonna be a serious actress. And then in like 2010 or whatever the fuck, she retires from porn, right? And she's just gonna pursue her acting career. What the fuck has she been in since then? Like, seriously, like, name one thing. Like, she's
anybody that's going to hire her, it's like the first thing that comes to mind is her chugging cock.
She's like the Sultan of straight to DVD now, basically. This bitch, seriously,
Like, if
she get arrested.
Wait, what happened? She got arrested?
No, I said she can't get arrested.
Oh, okay.
Seriously,
I started thinking about Lindsay Lohan after you said Sasha Grey. It's really weird. Oh,
she should be fucking arrested for a goddamn performance in Saints Row the Third, though. Jesus Christ.
For those who don't know, this is The Punisher, and obviously fucking... This game is basically what happens when Contra fucks Captain Commando.
You know what? I've totally thought about that several times, but if we go on DeviantArt, guarantee that we could find pictures of it.
Which, given Captain Commando's fashion sense, has got to be the only time he's ever been laid.
Here's the thing that I want to know is how the name Captain Commando has not been taken for a porn title. I have no clue.
No idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for part 2 of Retro and Limb Live 44. I am your host, Mr. Harold Rutherfordiak. And indeed, I think it's time to meet some of the people who we have around the table for the second part.
God damn, will you just get to it? We've been here for how goddamn long, and you're running off at the fucking mouth like you were in the first show, and people tearing holes in the space-time continuum, all that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome! My name is the Immortal Yell Chaos. Joining me as always, the Immortal Alpha Omega Sin. We're both immortal because that's the way things work. Also alongside us is Kev and the Console Snob, and I want to recommend that each and every one of you sit right down, grab yourself a drink, sit right back and enjoy Retro Unlim Live! Go ahead, Mr. Harold.
I'm scared.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What just happened?
It's kind of like the NWO invasion angle, but this won't be done improperly in the course of 3 months. So, there you go.
Yes, but it will be done over the course of the next 2.5 hours or so.
The point is, the Olympics were some bullshit, okay? Because what happened was, don't make this about video games. You're trying to make this all fun and shit. Fuck that. But what happened was, I guess the Australians were the first ones to come into the Olympic Hotel, and I guess got into the hotel. Now, when you think of hotels, everyone think about hotels really quickly, if you've been to one. Some people haven't, and I don't blame you. But think about a hotel. Think about what a hotel is supposed to provide, right? They get into their hotel rooms. There are no beds. And there's no showers to take a dump. Or to shower. Like, all the faucets and the fixtures are not there.
Yeah.
So everything you're supposed to do in a hotel has been taken away from the Australians.
Apparently they thought this was going to be Bob Vila's hotel room.
Apparently they did. Yeah. This old Olympics. This Brazilian Olympics.
Yes.
But So then, so now these guys have to sleep on box springs because they'll have mattresses tomorrow. I mean, this is either like incompetence or these guys have the balls you would have to carry around in a wheelbarrow. I've never thought to invite someone over to my house and say, yeah, no fucking bed for you.
Oh man, that's happened to me so many fucking times. You have no idea. Everyone has that one friend who's like, yeah, dude, we're gonna have a big party. And
or anybody who's ever been on tour. Have you been on tour?
Oh, of course, yeah, that too. No, the show
on tour, but I expected it. I expected it on tour.
You do expect to get fucked on tour. You get canny about it though if you tour enough. You learn you get a friend in every town that you just kind of exploit for money and rides.
Well, yeah, and you got your one friend, we're going to go over to Craig's house? No, Craig's got them fucked up pillows.
Yeah, that's true.
Or something like that. But anyway, so then the Australians are having to sleep on box springs. And I think they were lucky they got fucking box springs, right? Yeah. And they don't get to shower, and apparently they're going to have to go to the hotel over tomorrow. They were going to get passes from this hotel to go to the other hotel to shower.
Yeah.
Which, how the fuck is that going to work out? I have no idea. And then there's a fire, a fire alarm goes off in the middle of the night while they're sleeping on box springs. And they get up. Now, dig this. There's no fixtures in the bathroom, but they had fire sprinklers. That was weird. Wow. That was very un-Brazil. I figured Brazil would have cut a lot more corners than that. So they were lucky they had a fire alarm in the first place.
Yeah, fuck. I'd expected the sprinklers to shoot saline solution and Coke. What are you talking about?
That's only when they're handing out samples. That's at those hooker hotels. What are you talking about? This is the Olympics. PBS has more money than this. Come on.
As opposed to the hotels in Brazil that do not have any prostitution going on at all.
Well, it was day one, so there's at least going to be a very little.
A warm-up period.
Right, you have to have that, because it can't be like fucking meatballs the first time out. Yeah, they gotta. It's a poor country. You can't, because then they're gonna know there's money there.
You gotta prime your prostitution.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's an alarm, and all the Australians and whoever was in this building have to go outside, right? And they're standing outside in their underwear because they thought the building was on fire. Because naturally you wouldn't think they're just fucking with you in the middle of the night. So, and I saw pictures of paper, and there's some good-looking Australian broads. I was genuinely surprised, standing around, and they got their PJs or whatever, and they're, like this, pictures in the paper, and then they went inside, and they had been fucking robbed during the fire drill. It's the only thing worse than being robbed is being robbed in your underwear.
And being Australian.
And, well, they're mostly robbers anyway, so I guess they had it coming. That's right, I fucking went there.
It's even a few years ago, all the people were jumping into because people get into, I want to design games, I want to make games, I want to whatever. It's kind of like when I was a little kid and I watched cartoons and I was like, fuck, I really want to draw cartoons. I want to draw a card. Then you realize that all it is marginal changes in the same drawing over and over again, and you realize, oh my god, that's incredibly boring, and unless I'm Korean, I'm not going to get to do it. So it was
unless you can work for 9 cents a day. You're
So it was like, wow, that's something I don't want to do. Game design is the exact same way. I have no interest whenever somebody comes onto my fucking channel and spews that happy horse shit about, well, unless you can do better, then you better shut your mouth. It's like, I don't want to do better. I don't want to make a game. It is one of the most soul-crushing, boring, mind-numbing exercises in human existence. You cannot imagine what a harrowing experience it is to sit there in a fucking cubicle and program a goddamn game for hours. It is so boring. It's not a creative exercise. It's primarily a mathematical one.
Oh, absolutely. It's a procedural exercise.
And I have no interest in it whatsoever. I will happily play games. I have no interest in making them. At most, I could be an ideas guy. I'm going to write dialogue for the game kind of. At least that's a marginally creative exercise. First-person platforming is so hard to get right anyways. Good God. You all know I love Thief. But holy fuck, those platforming segments at the beginning of Thief the Dark Project with the fucking your man trying to mantle up cliff faces and oh my god.
Well, what Jumping
agony.
Flash got right though was the ability to look directly beneath you, to look all the way down. Most first-person platformers don't allow you that. You're just supposed to guess because your head is in a fixed position.
They tried emulating something similar to that with fucking Bubsy 3D tried doing something like that. If you remember, every time that you jumped with that poor sickly bastard, he would jump, and then the camera was just like, here we go. Like, well, dude, that doesn't fucking work. And then he's just like, random one-liner, and it's not quotable like Duke Nukem. You're dead. Like, this is my weekend. I rented this. I can't take it back. Mom,
Where's my copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day? Wash the fucking shitty taste out of my mouth.
Oh god, at the time, Conker's Bad Fur Day wasn't even fucking out.
Yeah.
This shit was still only a couple months removed from when it was released. So, I mean, Super Mario 64 had just come out, and it was like Super Mario 64 and Bubsy 3D, and some people tried to defend it. Well, it was still new. I'm like, Jumping Flash did it just fine. What the fuck's their excuse? This game was shit. It was a game that was in the pre-beta stage of a beta. So imagine the pre-beta. That's a demo. There you go. You just got yourself a Bubsy game.
So Assassin's Creed Unity then.
No, this was somehow less buggy. So
somehow, or the new HD re-release of Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh my god, that shit!
All I had to say as soon as I saw that, it's good to see my creator wrestlers from WWF Warzone still getting work. What the
I want to understand something like, wait a minute. So, do all remasters just automatically take away eyelids? Because that's what happened. And, like, was it Zsa Zsa Gabor? Like, it looks like that kind of plastic surgery just done up real fucking bad. I'm like, you are horrible looking. Dear God. Like, his lips were, like, spread out like this. And I'm like, I played so many survival horror games, and he was fucking scarier than every goddamn... Silent Hill Shattered Memories. He was scarier than every fucking thing that showed up in that goddamn stupid fucking goddamn... we're a remake. Yeah, fuck you. God.
Oh, but don't you know, it's a reimagining.
Oh, yeah. Reimagining. You want to know what reimagining is code for? Well, we don't actually have a lot of stock in our work, so we're just going to use this term and hope you don't hate it as much. It's an excuse. See that? Yeah. Marketing 101.